Hello, I'm Grimdeath, and I'd like to talk to you about my mod that I've made. Um, I've called it Roma Universalis. Um, it is basically a mod that takes a timeline back from 1400 to about 200 BC. I'm not exactly sure what this date is. I basically got my inspiration from an old game called Europa Universalis Rome, which I think it might have been like one of the first games Paradox ever made, but it was set uh, in this time period where you got Rome and Carthage and the Seleucids, Egypt, all these people, sort of instead of like having the whole world, I've um, I've reduced the map down to just Europe. So all these provinces here, which you would normally get in the base game, are just wasteland now. So that's really just to emulate what was in that game. So um, I can probably go into some of these factions and have a look at them real quick. This is basically like what I've been obsessing over for like 3 or 4 weeks now, just making this mod non-stop. So you can tell I've made all the banners myself. I've given special unique ideas to each faction. So for Rome you've got sort of national tax, infantry combat and discipline at the end. And then you've got all these different ideas, and we can have a look at some others. Well, no, actually first. So here's the different map modes in the mod. So obviously this is terrain. You can see, you can't see out here, and you're never going to be able to see out there. And you're never going to be able to go out here because I have got rid of the exploration ideas and changed them for this civic ideas sort of new idea. It's not a new idea, I just changed the old one, just to have some like sort of general good ideas that you can. I have no idea if they're like OP or any good, or whether you would want to go for civic ideas, but it's there, you know. And you can only have six. You can only have 6 idea slots, and that's mainly because there's only 8 technologies. So this only goes up to, where's it going to show me? Okay, well there you go. Level 0, level 1 up to 7. So 0 to 7 instead of 0 to 32. So yeah, so we can have a look at political map mode, and you can see all of these provinces basically are colonizable, and they all have natives and aggressiveness and religions, and you'll get a random sort of trade good as you colonize it, just like if you were colonizing America or Africa or anything like that. So yeah, you can see I've added loads of tribes. Obviously there's just Lucids. What am I talking about? God. Let's move on. Let's have a look at a different. And this is one problem that I'm struggling with. It's not a complete mod, right? But I'm thinking that it's more or less complete. So you can play the game, like it's not going to crash at all. It's not there's not going to be a memory slowdown at the end. Like it's a very quick mod because I've reduced the size down. I can have a look at the map modes here actually. So we've got political map modes. And this is the religions. So you've got the Zoroastrian over here. And the Seleucids have a huge problem over here with rebels, like they did in real history, because they've got this Persian culture and Seleucid Zoroastrian religion. So yeah, I've added quite a few religions and just kept the normal animist and shamanist because they were in the Universalis Rome game HRE, which doesn't really, I don't know, don't ask me. The trade map mode. So I've added in new trade nodes and oh bollocks. Okay, we're back. It's sorted out. I fixed the problem. There we go. So right, so this is the trade map mode. You can see that I have added loads of different trade nodes. So you got Carthage, Hispania, Rome, Greece, Phoenicia, Persia, Egypt. Why is it giving me like the country names over? I don't know. This is Sarmatia. This is Dacia, Germania, Gaul, and Britannia. So, what else could there's no culture thing here, but let's jump into. Oh, here you go. There's so I can show you some ideas for each of the nations. So we've got Carthage is like really merchant heavy sort of country, and then Egypt is very. I mean, all of the sort of Alexander's heirs, as it were, or Alexander's offspring. I don't know what to call it really. They have their own special ideas. So Macedonia, the Seleucids, and the Egyptians. So just like normal Greek, excuse me, Greek city-states have like all the same sort of ideas, and they get sort of naval stuff, diplomatic stuff, and Sparta has its own ideas, of course. All the barbarians have their own ideas, like all the same ideas at the moment, which is something I want to change. Hopefully, it's just really difficult finding sort of like most of this game, this mod, is just me looking up history on Wikipedia, right? So, I mean, finding stuff specific about Dacia, like the tribe Dacia, or Suebi, or anything like that, is a pain in the ass. But there you go. Let's just jump into a game, and I can show you I can basically do a time lapse on observe mode, and that'll be great because I've been playtesting this loads. So and like each game seems to be like more or less the same, but um, it can go in really crazy ways, just like in normal Europa Universalis. So Rome is always strong, Carthage is always strong. Egypt is sometimes Egypt like takes advantage and will invade Seleucids if they have problems, or invade Carthage if they have problems. But normally they just sit there. Seleucids do have a lot of rebel problems, but I figure that's pretty historical, right? I haven't added in any events or anything like that yet, so and that's definitely something I'm looking to do in the future. But just their rebel problems is completely natural, so it's kind of funny. We can see people conquering already. So Rome, straight away they will go for their cause, which they've got here in Magna Graecia. And Carthage will normally attack Numidia straight away. I haven't added in any allies or wars yet, but that's definitely something I'm looking to do later as well. Like I figure Carthage should probably be allied to Numidia, or even Numidia should be a vassal of Carthage. I'm not sure, but and I'm pretty sure that Rome is meant to be already at war with Magna Graecia and Epirus as well at the same time, and Rome's meant to be allied with Massalia, and but people generally rival each other, so like how they should, how I think they should. So have a look at Rome here right now, and but I absolutely hate Burgundy. I don't know how to delete them. I've deleted all the provinces. I've I've like tried deleting them off the actual files, like emptying their files. They just won't go away. They're like persistent buggers. So just ignore them. They're not there. They're not going to invade your game or anything like that. But yeah, Burgundy's a pain in the ass. So you can see he's rivaled Carthage, and he should have rivaled maybe Macedonia. Oh, no, he's rivaled. He hasn't. Has he rivaled? Roman opinion of Egypt is modified by. I think that means Egypt has rivaled Rome, which is something I'm thinking Egypt and Rome should generally be allies, but I'm not really sure. Again, I'm not big on history. I've just sort of copied that old game, Europa Universalis Rome. So a lot of things that I have in here may not be historically correct or something like that. And you know, if you want to comment on the mod and tell me what I should be doing, that's absolutely fine. Like, because or if you want to contact me and be like, well, I know loads and loads about history. Do you want any help? Or especially if you know how to make models, because that's something I have no idea how to do. Like, if you can make a Roman model or a Carthaginian model or anything like that, that would be great. Because at the moment they're Native Americans, but you just gotta sort of ignore that. You see, they're just normal models. But yeah, you can see Seleucids are invading Armenia. That's pretty normal. And over here in Gaul, they'll just go at it. Like, someone will win, but you know, they'll be at war for like they'll have these alliance webs, or they should do. Well, they're normally constantly at war until one guy wins, basically. And from now, I think I've said more or less everything about the mod. So I'm just gonna leave this recording and time lapse it. So thanks for watching, and download the mod if you wanna play.